don't really know me well enough to support me as an artist. I understand. So here are a couple of things about me that you should know. If you know anything about 528, that is the universal frequency for unconditional love, or it's a frequency for healing. Now, that is a subject specifically that I have always been interested in, whether it is love, whether it is hate, whether it is obsessive, whether it's chaotic. I've always been one to wonder, why is love such an important thing in our life? The way that we receive it, the way that we show it, and what it means. Another thing to know about me is I really love connecting with people, and I've been able to have in my life a lot of different mentors and meet a lot of different artists along the way, because I've been on quite the journey in my life. And from being raised as a Jehovah's Witness to leaving that, I got married in that when I was 19. I also was heavily discouraged to pursue higher education. So almost everything in my life I do because I want to do it, and because I'm just genuinely interested in how the world works. After being in a place that taught me that the world is just one thing, and that it's terrifying, and that it's scary, and it'll chew you up and spit you out. That is what I was taught about the people around me, about the experiences I wanted to have, and that for me to attain the ability to travel, or to meet people, or to be surrounded with people who love me, that it was pretty much impossible. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's not, and it's actually very easy. I do have a lot of videos that I'm going to be sharing from my journey throughout this process. I also have a couple of different galleries, virtual galleries that you can go see. One is the Chaos Collection, which goes into my very raw and real experience of having PTSD, along with dissociative and identity issues, and how I worked through those things, and how it will possibly help you or somebody else that you know to feel heard and seen in that space. I also have another collection called the Blue Series, which is my very first collection that as a professional artist I wanted to start showing up as. So that's one. So as I said before, you don't have to support me as an artist, because as an artist I have chose to make my life my work, and that comes through research, that comes through meeting other people, that comes through a lot of different ways. And I also love to play games, because that helps me organize and sort out the things that I've done in my life. So a couple of other interesting things is I'm very nostalgic. So I appreciate every little moment that I have to be happy. And whether that comes from video games or a soft blanket on a cozy rainy day, that's just me. I've also had the opposite moments of times where I'm really angry, times where I do not feel my best, and times where I do not feel like I'm showing up as myself. But that gets into a whole other thing. So that's just my art. But when it comes to poetry, I have a lot of things to say. And that's where I would say more of my raw art comes out, and it's unhinged. Heavy believer in you should have some type of safe outlet, some type of space that you can go and express yourself freely, where it will be appreciated, even if it's just you in your journal, or it's at an open mic, or even being just part of spaces where you don't have to say anything, just knowing that there is a space available for you to be able to express and talk. I think creativity is one of the most important things that you can have in life and utilize to your benefit. So let's explore that.